Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you what's in my morning basket. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stacey and my channel here is all about being a wife, a mom to 4 young boys. I'm really passionate about all things homeschool and living overseas. So I hope you guys hit that subscribe button and follow along on our journey. So today I'm going to show you guys my morning basket, and I kind of have a core of the main things or the main ideas, and then I have some supplemental books that we maybe will read once throughout the year. My heart behind showing you what is in my morning basket is that if you homeschool, or even if you don't, if you're just looking for some good ideas, my heart is that this would give you quality ideas and educational ideas to do with your kids. My morning basket is geared towards younger elementary age. I have 4 young boys. I have twins that are going to be going into 2nd grade, and then I have a 3, he'll be turning 4 during the next school year, and then I also have a baby who is 1. So, and sometimes he's in here with us, sometimes he isn't. But for the most part, it's geared towards my 2nd graders, and I have a couple things thrown in that my preschooler will enjoy also. So I hope you enjoy this and find helpful stuff. Let me know down in the comments below what is a book that you enjoy adding to your morning basket or just reading with your kids. If you're interested in homeschool curriculum ideas, I already should have uploaded a video, I'll link it down below, about what I picked for my 2nd grader twins for this upcoming school year. And then I also, in the future, am going to be releasing videos talking about what we're going to do for read-alouds this coming school year, what I'm going to do with my preschooler, and also what our plans are for like summer homeschool. So if you haven't yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and that way you can know when I upload a new video if you're interested in any of those topics. Okay, so everybody does their morning basket a little bit different. Mine is, it kind of includes these basic things. I'll read to you here. I have a list here in my planner, but throughout the year I do add in extra things that maybe I find interesting throughout the year. So just know that this is not all of it. I'm sure I'll be adding to it throughout the year. So the main things I include in my curriculum are Bible memory, hymns or songs, poetry, character study, and then good picture books or books that go along with like maybe a unit or topic that we're interested in learning more about. So for Bible, we are going to be doing More Than Words by Rebecca Spooner from Master Books. And this is, I think you do like 1 page a day is how it works. Some of the days have quite a bit of writing. And so if my boys are doing a lot of writing in all their subjects, let's say it just so happens that they're doing a lot of writing in each subject that day, I'll just have them like tell me the Bible verse a couple times to get familiar with it. I make the curriculum work for me. I more or less follow it, but I'll mix it up a little bit if I need to. So that's what we'll be doing like with our homeschool, or at least we're going to try it out. I haven't actually used it yet. We're going to try it out and see how it is. And then our family, every night we do a Bible study together, like a family devotions. Right now we're working through Indescribable by Louis Giglio, and then when we're done with that one, we're going to move on to this one. It's 100 devotions about the names of God. I am devotional, and this is just like a 2-page spread that you read. And then the next day it goes on to the next one, and there's like Bible verses included. So we're really enjoying Indescribable. I assume we'll like this one too, but we haven't actually used this one yet. And then along with Bible, we have a couple of different Bible storybooks that I'll mix in, occasionally read a story from there. And this here, I borrowing from a friend, but it's the Bible storybook. Growing up, we had the books Uncle Arthur bedtime stories, and I really enjoyed those stories. And so I'm hoping my boys will enjoy these. I think this one here is a little bit more stories from the Bible. I haven't actually read this one, so I'm not quite sure, but it has all kinds of stories in it. Did you grow up with the series of like Uncle Arthur bedtime stories? And there's another series of stories from the Bible. And if you did, comment down below. It'd be interesting because I grew up with those and really have fond memories of my parents reading them to me. Okay, so for Bible memory, we kind of have 2 different things I like to rotate back and forth between. So the one is, I found this here through Paper X Promise, and I will link their website down below. And right now, I don't know if they'll continue, but right now they have it as a donation basis. You can buy I think the donation is suggested $5. Because of COVID, because of all that's going on in the world. And they have, for example, I think it's 4 different Bible memory verses that they have pictures drawn too for kids to memorize. And so you'll get 2 sets. Like the one has words with each picture, to memorize the Bible memory, and then the other one is just the pictures. So for me, how I use this is I hand this one to my kids, and then I hold this one here for me to just like double check if I'm not sure on the wording or something. With the pack that I got, it was like Bible memory for going through like a hard time, which is really good fitting for us because right now we're in lockdown here where we live because of COVID, and it's talking about if you go through hard things, yet you will still praise God. So this one here is Habakkuk 3:17 through 19, and then like this one here, we haven't done yet, but it's Psalms 42, 2 through 6, and she has a couple other ones too on there. But this is just the pack I got. Then I laminated these, and on the flip side, I put a children's catechism, and this is from our church back in the States. This is a free download if you want it on their website. You just go to Calvary Minute Fellowship, and it's a free download, and it's questions like who is God, what is God like, where is God. It's questions that my kids ask me anyway, and so it's fun to memorize with them because it sometimes starts great conversations. And we've been working on this, and to the point now where I ask a question, they can just rattle off the answer, and even the 3-year-old can for some of them. So that's really fun, and we're just going to keep working. I have, I think, 4 pages of these, so quite a lot. I don't know if we'll do all of them, but we'll keep working at it for a while at least. And then the other thing I like to do for Bible memory is I will try to link down below my friend here on YouTube, Joyful Noise. She has like a Bible memory challenge for each month, and there's a song, so I have a link to like a song like Family Seeds Worship or something like that here on YouTube that is just straight up scripture they put music to help kids memorize it. So sometimes we will do this Bible memory, and then sometimes we'll do that one. I just like to switch things up and keep things interesting. And then also for songs, I like teaching my kids like children's songs that have motions and stuff. My kids are still young, and I like introducing them to different songs. So I'll just find one like on YouTube or something like that, and we'll learn a new song. All right, next is poetry. And so for a part of the year, we will be just reading like 1 or 2 poems out of A Light in the Attic. This is by Shel Silverstein, and it's just silly poems with pictures. And I just have a tab up here for when we get started. I'll just mark it wherever we stop. And then the second thing we'll be doing, this is finger plays, which is like a little poem with like hand motions that you do with the poem. And my 3-year-old especially enjoy these, but my twins enjoy it also. And we've been doing this one here. This is the spring one, but I think she is going to be releasing more for the different seasons throughout the year. And so I printed it and laminated it and put it in binding. That way I can put it right in my morning basket. But if you wanted to have it on your phone or something like that, you could. It's a download. So this is the spring edition, and there is 8 poems in here. So it's like the poem, and then it has like the motion that you do with it. So they're really beautiful and cute and fun, and we'll repeat the same one for several mornings until we kind of have it down. And yeah, I'll find my boys, especially the 3-year-old, throughout the day as he's playing. I'll hear him like randomly sitting over there on the floor like doing the motions and trying to repeat the poem. So that's really cute. So I will link these down below. This is by Homeschooling My Boys, and she has 4 boys also like I do, so that's really fun. I'll link her site down below, and you can get this download. It's a free download as of now anyway, and I think she hopefully is going to be reproducing more of these that I can use for the different seasons throughout the year. So that's what we're planning to do for poetry for this coming year. All right, and next of all, for character study, I'm gonna do 5 in a row. This is a curriculum that I've heard about before, and it is a lot more than just character study, but I'm gonna be using the character aspect of it a lot, and then picking and choosing anything else I wanna do. So this can be like a full curriculum if you wanted to. It has like, what you do is you read a children's picture book, and it has like the book in here for 5 days in a row. That's why it's called 5 in a row. So I tried out this story because I wanted to see how this worked, if it's something we wanted to do, and I think we are going to try to do this, and I think we're going to really like this. We are going to try to do this coming year. So this was The Pair of Red Clogs, and I didn't have the book, so I just found it on YouTube. Someone reading the book, and my kids listened to it, and then I ahead of time had read through the different activities. So they'll have something like, this is social studies geography, social studies Japanese culture, social studies human relationships, and there's just all different topics. There's like language storytelling, there's art, there's math, and over here is some more math and some more science. So I'll pick and choose. We don't do all the activities. I'll pick and choose the ones I want. And then also online, I found like a lap book, Japan lap book from Homeschool Share. This was a free PDF that I could download and print. I'll just show you a little bit what all was included. So it had this little thing about honesty. So in the story, the little girl tried to not be honest, and the mother found out the truth and all this stuff. Anyway, so these are some Bible verses about honesty. This is animals from Japan. There's different ones here, and so you can look them up and learn more about them, learn some interesting facts. These are like vocab words. This up here is like vocab words. You can look up the different things and then write them in there. So what I'll do is I'll find YouTube videos about the culture in Japan and about these different topics. The boys can look them up. This is about the flag. And we started doing this lap book already. We're not done, but this represents the sun and the rising sun. And then the boys can color it in if they want. This here is something they can color. And down here is the official language of Japan. So you can open it up and write the name. And then also we wrote how to count and how to say hello and a couple things like that in Japanese, which is really fun. This is what time is it in Tokyo, and then what time is it here. This here is the currency, so you could talk about like the currency exchange rate. This here is climate, and then where in the world is Japan, so you have to open that up and color where Japan is and write what continent it's on. And down here is about the natural disasters in Japan. They have a lot of volcanoes, earthquakes, and typhoons. And then this here is a little pocket. They can make some origami and stick it in there. And the lap book, the printable, also came with these little paper dolls, and I cut them out and laminated them, and then we're going to use them for like narration and retelling the story again. And then one other thing I'd like to talk about with my boys is how Japan is today and like some of the inventions. I think they have like a toilet they invented that does like 17 different operations. So just some cool, interesting things about like what Japan is like today, and not just about what it was in the past. What some of their music is like, some of their food. Maybe I'll try making something, try eating with chopsticks, different things like that. So 5 in a row, it comes with these story discs, and the back is a page that you copy. And like I said, we've done a couple of the stories already, and then you cut these out, color them, and then on the map behind me we tape them like in the country of where the storybook happens, like this one in Japan. And so that way in the end they'll have all these different ones. So I have book 1 and book 2. I don't know if we'll get through all of them or not, and I don't know if we'll necessarily do a lap book for each story, but when I feel like it, we will. I really like to leave some options for myself and not say we're gonna do this every time, because then I get burned out on it or something like that. So I'm sure sometimes we'll just watch YouTube videos about that country or culture, and sometimes we'll do like a lap book, sometimes maybe we'll do just something different. I don't know, we'll see. And the other thing I want to mention about 5 in a row is my 3-year-old can do this with us. Most of our morning basket stuff he does with us. Like that finger play poem book, he really enjoys that one. And this one here, he'll enjoy listening to the stories also. So I don't necessarily have all the books that this 5 in a row covers in this book, but I have a few of them I'll show you here, and then the rest I'm hoping to be able to find on YouTube, and there might be 1 or 2 that I won't be able to find, then we'll just skip. And that's just how it's gonna be. Where we live here, we don't have access to a library, and I did use a library at a school, but right now it's closed because of COVID, and it's been closed for over a year. We haven't had access to it, and I don't know when it's gonna open back up. It probably will be a while. So I'm just using like YouTube and then like library apps like Libby and what's the other one? I can't think what it's called right now. Anyway, these are a couple of the books I have. This is not the correct Madeline book, but this is the one I have. So I thought maybe we'd just use this one. We'll see. Maybe we can find the original Madeline one on YouTube. We'll see. This story about Ping and Follow the Drinking Gourd. And one more resource I have to go with this is the Children's Atlas of the World. And so we can look up the different countries that we learned about in here and just, I don't know, see pictures from there, see a better map, learn interesting facts. Sometimes there's like a child with traditional clothes on from that country too. So this is just a fun resource. I've had this book for a while already, and I can just pull it off my shelf again and use it some more. So that's the main gist of our morning basket: Bible, Bible memory, a song, a poem, and a character study. Sometimes we just stop right there. Depending how the boys are doing, I might add in a book that is about a unit study that we're doing or a topic that we find interesting. And I have a stack here of a couple that I know already I'm going to be using just probably one time throughout the school year. So let me show you. So this is a fun book. We read it once this past year, and I want to make sure we read it again sometime this coming year. Up in the Garden and Down in the Dirt. And one thing I really like about it is the way it talks about how each different animal and insect and like what it eats in the garden to help so you don't have to spray as many chemicals and stuff like that to help with different bugs. I think that was a really neat aspect. My mom is a farmer in the US, and she grows her food organically, and so this is a familiar topic to me, and yeah, I like that. This is a book that we live in Cambodia, and the language here is Khmer, and I'm hoping to find a Khmer tutor for my boys to help them learn the local language better. But in the meantime, this is just a picture book with English and Khmer words that I want to mix in. We'll just read maybe a page or two and review pretty often. This book was recommended by Pennies and Salt here on YouTube, and I just thought it looked like fun, so I picked it up when we were in the States last time, Carnival of the Animals, and it comes with a CD, and then you listen to like different orchestra for the carnival, string instruments, woodline instruments. So we'll just like do 1 or 2 pages like once a week or something. I don't know. We'll go through it real slow, I'm sure. This is an old book I've had already, but these kinds of books we like to go through in our morning basket and just do like a 1-page spread per day. And it has a lot on 1 page. This one here is called Little Kids First Big Book of How, and there's a whole bunch of different ones in this series, but these are definitely great books if you see them like at a used store, Goodwill, anywhere like that, pick them up. And then one other book, we read through this past year. Actually, my husband did it with the boys, and I want to make sure I include it in this coming year at least once. So I'm hoping my husband will do it. He probably will. He did it last year with them. It's Good Pictures, Bad Pictures Junior, so this is for like elementary age kids, and it just talks about good pictures, bad pictures, and what to do if you happen to see one or a friend shows you one or something like that. I think it's so important to start this conversation early, and it's better to start it early and open the door. That way they know they can come to you and talk to you if something happens versus you not starting that conversation and somebody else starting with them. And I think for a little bit older kids, then this is like the next level up. But for now, we're doing this book, and I definitely recommend this one. And then along that same topic, we'll read through this book once this coming year, My Body is Private. And we read this one last year, and it's about it's okay to say no to adults and to what to do if something happens. So I think, again, this is a really important book for kids. Not to create fear, but just to start that conversation. I want to be the one to talk to them first about it. I want to be the one to open that door and open that conversation before someone else does. Okay, and then like I said, I have a 3-year-old who will be turning 4 this coming school year, and then also a 1-year-old, and I like to include something for them. They're usually in here with us, especially when we first start school in the morning, which is usually when I do our morning basket. Occasionally I'll do it in the afternoon, but for the most part, I like to do it in the morning. So I'll include one book that I know the baby and the preschooler would for sure really enjoy. So I put this book in here. This represents a picture book for the baby or the preschooler. Little Blue Truck right now, it is their favorite book because it has all the animal noises and Little Blue Truck goes beep beep. This is a whole series, but anyway, this is just like their current favorite. 2 other books that we really enjoy, these are hands-on books. It's Mix It Up, and you can see it's well loved, and this one is Press Here, and you have to like push in the different colors. It's a hands-on book, and you have to mix the different colors. Sometimes you gotta shake the book or twist the book or blow on the book or whatever. Anyway, my boys really enjoy these 2 books. I think there's more in the series too. This is kind of another one along that series. Is there's a monster in your book, and so you have to try to get rid of the monster, and then they're like, eventually you get him out of the book, and they're like, oh no, he's in your room. So then you have to quick call him back into the book. That way, you know, he's not hiding in your room, so you don't have to be scared. So if your kid is scared of monsters at bedtime, this is a good way to make monsters seem maybe a little more friendly, but it also is just a fun hands-on book just in general. My boys really enjoy it. And another one I'll make sure to read this coming year is The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Okay, and that is all I have. Like I said, I'm sure I'll be picking up other books or finding other free printables throughout the school year that I will be using and adding into our morning basket. I like to mix things up, keep it interesting, and not get bored, especially when it comes to morning basket. Remember to come back and check. I'll be doing another video about read alouds that we have planned for this coming school year, and especially if you have elementary kids and are looking for some ideas or suggestions. All right, thanks for following along on this journey, and we'll see you guys again soon. Bye.